'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free. Welcome to Simple Gifts. Here you will find songs and stories and a little refreshment. Today I'd like to share with you a quote from the poet-farmer Wendell Berry down in Kentucky. He says, "One of the most important resources that a garden makes available for use is the gardener's own body. A garden gives the body the dignity of working in its own support. It is a way of rejoining the human race." This past weekend was the Maine Organic Farmers and Gardeners Association's big Common Ground Fair. And at the Maine Folk Traditions tent, I told this story. I can drive a plow and milk a cow. I can reap and mow. I'm as fresh as a daisy that grows in the fields, and they calls I Buttercup Joe. I learned that song when I was 11, living in a northern suburb of Chicago, daughter to the mom and pop of the Chicago folk music scene. All of my farming and rural living experience was through song and story. No direct experience. There was no vegetable garden. There were no farm animals in sight. When I was 12, I decided I wanted first-hand direct experience working the land. So I begged and pleaded, and my mother finally agreed to give me a 1 by 3 foot stretch of earth in our front lawn. I was thrilled with my acreage, and I went out to find a tool with which to till the soil. All I found was a hand trowel. It took me an awfully long time to get that lawn, all that grass out, and dig down 2 inches. And then I hit a layer of clay. I just hoped that my carrot seeds could dig through that clay where my trowel could not. I then went to the Northwestern train depot with a black plastic garbage bag, got on the train and rode up to Lake Forest, where I had a friend who had a horse. I got 2 shovelfuls of fresh cow manure, put it in my plastic bag, and got back on the train with my aromatic package placed under my seat. It was great fun to see the commuters get on the train and sniff in disbelief and then bury their noses in their newspapers and magazines. I was very fortunate that the fresh horse manure didn't burn up my carrot seeds. But they grew 2 inches, and then they flattened out into orange discs on that layer of clay. When I carefully dug them out, my older sister said, "Oh, look, you've grown a carrot chess set." I wasn't very impressed. I wanted to be a Buttercup Joe. I wanted to be fresh as a daisy that grows in the fields, and they calls I Farmer Jen Wren. I didn't want a carrot chess. My takeaway was I needed to dig deeper. And my chance came the very next spring when my 8th grade class had an archaeology unit. Now, we only lived 3 blocks from the junior high school, so I talked my teacher into doing an actual archaeological dig in my backyard. Picture that. 26 8th graders, all with shovels. Oh, we did it right. We graphed and we diagrammed, and that old boot and the broken flower pot we found were carefully laid out in the graph. And when we were finished, I had a 6 by 6 foot garden plot dug and turned over so nice 4 feet down. Yep, they calls me Farmer Jen Wren. And I grew all kinds of things, including the world's largest cucumbers. I don't really care for cucumbers, but I love pickles. So I set about to make the world's largest cucumber pickles. I missed the first part of the directions, which said use small, firm cucumbers. My cucumbers were baseball bat size and a little spongy and had an earthy aroma, which I thought, well, enough vinegar, dill, and garlic, that'll all be fine. 24 quarts of cucumber pickles sat on shelves in the basement, and I was a proud harvester till about December, when the most alarming explosions came from the basement, and the most amazing stench wafted up the basement stairs. Oh, 24 broken jars of rotten cucumber pickles to be cleaned up. And I went back to having farming and rural living be experienced only in song and story for a good many years as I plied my trade as a folk musician traveling about. But now I live on a little farm just outside Belfast, Maine, and with my beautiful wife Meg by my side, who is passionate and fearless, anything is possible. And we currently have in our menagerie 1 dog, 2 horses, 3 pigs, 4 goats, 6 ducks, 6 cats, 11 turkeys, and 30-some laying hens and assorted roosters. And I feel like I'm living inside the songs and stories I knew as a child. I'm the milkmaid, and I go out with a basket to collect eggs in. And all those folk sayings, they're true. You can cluck like a mother hen. It's good weather for a duck. Happy as a pig in mud. Peeing like a racehorse. Oh yeah, it's all there. And all of these beautiful beings on the farm are such wonderful teachers, beginning with my beautiful wife, who reminds me to keep my feet firmly planted on the ground and to lift my heart. Being grateful for all that's around us, that's what goats teach you. I milk the goats every morning and evening in the summers, and I've written a milking song for each and every one of those marvelous teachers, and I'd like to share with you Stella's song. It's a great chorus, so please sing along. The chorus says this: oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, this is Stella's special song. Sing it loud and sing it strong, out beyond all right and wrong. That's where Stella does belong. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Stella lives a life of ease, for she doesn't need to please, doesn't crawl round on her knees. Chews her cud in a gentle breeze. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Stella's nickname's Hollywood. She poses and she smiles so good. Confidence is understood. Do what you love, not what you should. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Stella loves to jump and play, happy all the livelong day. That's how Stella knows to pray. Be here now, It's the only way. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And they calls I Farmer Jen Wren. Thank you for listening. As you go about your day, let it be simple. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free.